Hi everyone, it's the Comic Fan Man here coming at you with another video. And today I am really excited to show off this piece that I just got. There is a reason why I have out my whole pantheon of He-Man figures. Well, not all of them, but the ones that look or call back to my vintage He-Man here. Because after many years of wanting this figure, I finally secured him. I finally got myself the Masters of the Universe Classics He-Man. Yes, this is it. This is the He-Man that I've always wanted. I've been trying to get him, and I finally found him on eBay at a really great price. You know, this figure normally is super duper expensive, and I just happened to be scrolling through and I saw somebody, I guess they were just clearing out their collection, and I told him, I was like, bro, I want that He-Man, please, let's talk it out. And he gave me, you know, a really nice price for it. And yeah, it's fantastic. This is finally, after all these years, I finally got the MOTU Classics He-Man. This is fantastic, and it is the legit figure. He's got his little serial number there on the bottom of his boot. And yeah, he didn't come with the box. So yeah, so that's why I was able to get him at a really nice price, because he wasn't going to come with the box. But I don't need the box. I just wanted the He-Man, and I'm really happy. He comes with all of his He-Man accessories, the Alcala style power sword. Fantastic. Oh my god, I am so happy to have this He-Man in hand. Like, you don't even know. Here's his axe here. I love the fact that they did that they painted like the little extra details there. Really very cool. And of course his shield there, it's just a clip-on, but that's great. He's got his extra buckler there, 2 weapon holding hands. Look at that. Look at all the paint job that they did on this. Fantastic. He's got a nice little subtle spray wash on there. His harness is perfect, almost exactly like the vintage figure harness. And yeah, like, you know, the Super 7 body. Fantastic detail all the way down. And yeah, this figure, I don't know, like, I guess he's about 14-15 years old now, I guess, from when Matty Collectors first started. Let's see. Yeah, it's got to be at least about, yeah, wow, maybe 15-16 years now. And yeah, he looks great. You know, he's got the articulation there, and the Super 7 sculpting is all there. Really great. My only like critique here is of this face sculpt. I'm not a fan of this face sculpt. I did order the other face sculpt. I saw that one on eBay, the one that looks more like the vintage head sculpt. So I did order that one, so I do look forward to switching that out when it comes in. But take a look. I think that looks fantastic. Wow, I am so thrilled. And yeah, let's the one thing is, like, you know, obviously they didn't have the vertical hinge. So, like, he can do the I have the power pose, but it's actually not bad. But he can't do the straight up vertical hinge there. But that's pretty good. Not gonna lie, that's better than I gave it credit for. To call down the power, that's pretty good. I like the way it looks. Yeah. Wow, I just, like, it's hard to explain because like I've seen this figure time and again in videos, and like I'm like, damn, I really want him. But every time I looked on eBay, he was over like 150, sometimes $200, and I'm like, damn, man, I really, really want him. But there's no way I can't justify that kind of price for the figure. I know it's a collector's piece, but you know, patience won out. You know, somebody, I guess they were getting rid of their collection. They were just looking to clear out their closet, maybe, you know, it was a relative who didn't know what the value of these figures were. But yeah, like, you know, I was able to get them like really, really dirt cheap. So I'm really happy to have this in my collection. All right, let's put him up with another Super 7 figure. All right, so here he is side by side with the Super 7 Lion-O. And yeah, you know, Mattel is working on the MOTU Thundercats crossover. A crossover that, you know, a lot of fans like myself have been waiting for many, many years. And Mattel finally got the rights to do it. And yeah, they're going to line up really well. But yeah, this is a Super 7 Ultimates figure, and this was obviously it's Matty Collectors, but you can obviously see it's the same almost body sculpt from one figure to the other, same design on the arms and the legs, and this one is pinless obviously because this one is more recent, but it's the same. Body styles, really very cool. And yeah, Super 7 really does a very nice job to make them look like the cartoony version of the figures, and I think that looks great. All right, and here he is alongside the 2000X Masters of the Universe He-Man and the Masterverse version of He-Man now. And yeah, it's great. He lines up really well with them. Again, I am a big Masterverse fan. I have, with Masterverse, been able to collect figures that I wasn't able to get from the Classics line. And in some cases, not in all, but in some cases, the Masterverse figure is better. Obviously, it's got all modern articulation and all. But yeah, this definitely, I mean, the paint apps and the quality of this figure, it's definitely different. It definitely hits different. And for me, most of you who've been coming back to my videos, you should know that 2000X was definitely my favorite version of He-Man as far as the animation. You know, the figure, you know, a lot of people complained about how skinny he was, but I actually enjoyed this design from the Four Horsemen. I thought it was very artistic and unique, and he still looked very muscular and athletic. So I never had a problem with the 2000X line. I know a lot of people did, but for me, I really, like, this is, you know, for that time and really for now still, like, there's a lot about this design that's still some of my favorite design for MOTU, and specifically for He-Man. But yeah, there's no denying MOTU Classics was definitely an amazing looking He-Man, and the line itself was just something else. And of course, here he is side by side with the vintage He-Man from 1981. Yeah, obviously this is always going to be my He-Man. This is the original He-Man that my mom had gotten for me. I always, like, you know, I always took care of him. Like, you know, I made sure, like, you know, nothing ever rubbed on him. I got a little bit of paint rub on some of the figure, but for the most part, like, you know, for a figure that's gone from the 80s till now, you're talking 40 some odd years now, man, this is fantastic condition. His legs are broken, but I did glue them in place so that he can stand properly. I know that they make pegs now, but unfortunately I glued this in before those pegs ever came out. I really wish they would have came out a lot earlier. I would have gotten them. But you know, it is what it is. My He-Man is still chilling from 1981 till today. And now, next to what is widely considered the best He-Man ever made from MOTU Classics. Really, really cool. Really loving this. All right, so here is my MOTU Classics He-Man on top of my Revelations Battlecat, Masterverse Battlecat, and I love it. I think it looks great. Again, this is my workbench area. So you can see this is kind of where I keep my cool figures. I switch them out depending on how I feel. But yeah, right now this is what's on there. And yes, as you can see, my He-Man riding on Battlecat. He actually sits on this Battlecat better than the Masterverse He-Man. So probably leave him on here for a bit. All right, so the vintage head came in, and as you can see, it looks a lot better than this head. Yeah, this is, you know, it was their first attempt, but this was definitely not a good looking head. But yeah, I got this from eBay. Person did a really nice paint job on this. Look at that. And you know, he really kind of got the swirls and the hair really well. Let's compare him to the vintage head. Yeah, that looks fantastic. Almost like really faithful recreation. And this is the 40th anniversary He-Man head. And yeah, you can definitely see it's a lot softer. This one is definitely much better, but you know, it's hand painted. It was hand created. You know, I'm sure he did it on his 3D printer, probably scanned it and all from the from the MOTU Classics head. But really great job. I love it. So happy to have this head on him. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this look at the Matty Collector's MOTU Classics He-Man. Again, I cannot express to you how thankful and happy I am to have this figure. I have always wanted this figure. Fortunately, you know, Matty Collectors and that whole time frame was a different time in my life. I was just kind of starting my family, so I wasn't collecting at that time. But and you know, unfortunately, he's been so expensive in the secondary market that I haven't been able to get him. But man, I was so happy to find somebody that was able to work with me. And yeah, now here he is, the perfect He-Man, along with this vintage style head. I'm so happy to have him. All right, so if you feel that I've earned it, please give me a like and subscribe. And I look forward to seeing you in our next video. Thank you and have a great day. Bye-bye now.